few years ago, I met a woman where she used to be everything that I ever wanted in a woman. She was beautiful, she was kind, she was, shall I say, voluptuous. And the beautiful thing was that she found me extremely attractive. Even though I take a look at my old self, I found myself extremely ugly. But for some reason, she liked me. And I think that one of the reasons why she liked me a lot is because the very first get-go, I told her, let's still take it slow, alright? Because I have a bit of a trust issues. I told her on how I like being careful who I give my heart to. And she listened and she seemed to be understanding. And since the day I told her that sentence, she seemed to be highly into me. For months, she kept asking for dates and even planning dates for me. 3 months passed and then she finally asked, what are we? And you know, when girls ask the question, what are we? Usually it means they are ready to step up the relationship, right? I didn't particularly want it that much. That I liked how things already were, but she seemed to be wanting more out of it. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. And then I asked her out to be my girlfriend. First, she seemed happy for some time. She seemed happy since we are girlfriend and boyfriend, so might as well give myself even more myself to her and give more of my heart to her. But I noticed that the more I give her my heart, the less she gives me her heart in return. And I'm pretty sure you've heard the story so many times, right? But then eventually something really bad happened in my life. I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was something related to family matters. I think someone died at that time or something. It made me terribly sad. And since I have really no one to share my tears to, I went to her and I cried. I thought she'd be able to accept it because she's my girlfriend and that's what girlfriends are supposed to do. I thought that being a emotional support as well. A week later, she completely switched up on me. She started to make any excuse to not see each other. That was also during COVID times. She was more and more using COVID as an excuse to not see each other. I mean, partially could have been true, but it was getting so repetitive. I'm like, it's been 3, 4, 5 months we haven't seen each other. This is getting ridiculous. What the heck? Fast forward, we broke up. This doesn't happen just once. This happened again with another girlfriend after that. This one was a bit different because this one I wasn't particularly attracted to her and she was highly attracted to me. And the thing that brought us together was our tastes in anime. We loved anime so much and we just told ourselves from the beginning that, hey, we should watch anime together and binge that shit. Fast forward, it took 2 weeks it took not even 2 weeks and we already became quite exclusive. And around a month and a half after, something really bad happened in my family again. I don't know why it keeps happening, but anyway, my family has a bit of a dramatic life. But something really bad happened, and the thing that happened destroyed me so much that I had no choice but to cry. I did cry alone, but it felt sad that I had no one to share it with. I was wary if I should really share it with her, because last time I did that, things turned up for the worst. But I still had faith. So I tried again. I went to her place. We talked about what happened with my family and I teared up. And I hugged her and she hugged me back. And in the moment it seemed fine. She seemed like she's accepting me for the way I am. And hey, things seem to be fine. A week later, she told me in her text that she doesn't love me anymore. Which is weird because just 2 weeks ago she used to be high over heels over me. After that point, I've never cried ever again in front of a girlfriend. I've gone to several dates and had several committed relationships and I never cried ever again. And the ironic thing is that every single one of them asked if I ever cry in things. Do men have feelings? I do. I just don't want to fucking show you. And then I found myself the girl that I'm currently dating. And on the first 3 months of the relationship, she asked the same thing on why don't I ever cry? Do I have any feelings? Because she revealed that she wished that I was more vulnerable. Another question is that the solution? To never cry, to never be vulnerable? That's not really the case, I've learned. Eventually I've learned because with this current relationship, after 5-6 months, instead of doing it within 1, 2, 3 months, this time I waited months and months, 6 months, 7 months. I think at the 5-month mark, I think at the 8-month mark, I finally teared up in front of her. Part of me was a bit scared, but this time it was different because this time I knew she had to work so hard to gain my trust and I had to work so hard to gain her heart. It became such a committed relationship that I was confident that even if I tear up, she would not take it badly. And I was right. The reason why this time it worked, because I did cry, and a week passed, 2 weeks passed, and it just feels like our relationship has gotten stronger this time. What differentiates between my tears before and my tears after? This time I waited 8 months till I became. This time I waited 8 months to gain her trust, and she knew it. She knew that I don't have a good history when it comes to being vulnerable. That's one thing. Time. I waited longer. But the other thing is that with all these relationships, after every single one of them, I've learned how to be more emotionally intelligent, and I learned how to be more emotionally vulnerable in a way that suits a man. Crying is not the same thing for everyone. The way a woman cries is not the same way a man cries. And I'm not me like this, there's just one tier thing. Because the reason why those first couple of girlfriends left me after I cried is because they have noticed that that version of me can't even control his emotions. That version of me, that guy, is someone that has not learned to control his emotions. And when a guy does not know how to control his emotions, he cannot control himself. And when he cannot control himself, how can she expect to trust him? But now it has completely changed. After every single one of these relationships, I've learned how to be more mature and how to be more attuned to my emotions, how to be more emotionally intelligent, and I've learned how to be more emotionally available. The solution is not to cry at all. The solution is to know how to cry and how to show emotions in a way that doesn't destroy your masculinity, doesn't destroy your manhood. Crying and being vulnerable is crucial for any long-term relationships. Now, I have learned through experience on how to do it. But practically, while I'm making this video, I thought about what's one takeaway that I could give you to master emotion, to master emotional availability, to master emotional intelligence. I've already gave you one clue. That is, wait before crying. Wait before being vulnerable. Yes, you need to be vulnerable from the get-go at a minimum level, but don't be so vulnerable so that you tear up or you cry after 1 month, 2 months. Mistake that I have made, right? Or even the 5-month mark, you don't have to. But this is not about a time frame specifically. When I say 5 months, it's not necessarily 5 months. It's the time that you take the time that you need to be vulnerable to her. The important thing is that you follow what's aligning to your personal core. The important thing is that you follow what you need at your core being, you know what to do. Follow that core. I can't tell you how to do it because only you know how to do it. But if your gut says 5 months, then let it be 5 months. If your gut says 2 months, then let it be 2 months. Is that second thing to do to master your emotions? You see, as men, we often subconsciously decide to ditch away our feelings in the moment because it doesn't matter. Let's say, for example, you were talking to a cashier and you're saying hi to her, and then she's just giving you attitude. Part of you feels like, ugh, what? That was uncalled for. But you brush it off, right? You tend to brush it off. But this is where you should not brush it off immediately. I want you to notice the feeling that you're feeling and then brush it off. Too many men feel things in the moment and tend to either brush it off or react. But before even doing either of those two things, notice how you're feeling, right? If someone cuts you in traffic, notice that, oh shit, this is anger that I'm feeling. And then do what you want or react or whatnot. But ideally, don't react, just stay unreactful. But that's a story for another day. So these are the two things that you need to do. Wait until your gut feeling says when to be. Wait before crying wait until your gut feeling tells you that this is the right moment to cry. And secondly, practice how to be emotionally intelligent by noticing whenever you feel something in a particular situation.